Hi and welcome to this SOLIDWORKS tutorial. For this tutorial I wanted to demonstrate the spline on surface and split line feature. I used these features to create this model for Earth Day. When I first modelled this Earth, I thought about using a decal to create the Earth's land, but then I thought about designing the Earth to be glass to show its fragility. I hadn't used the spline on surface tool until this point, but I realised just how powerful this tool is. To begin, I'm starting with the plan part I designed in the 3D Experience app X-Shape. With this part open, I'm sketching onto the front plane and using the line, sketching from the centre of this line to the opposite line here. Then using the line's arc created a semicircle which could then be revolved into a sphere, ensuring it was unmerged. I then used the Move/Copy Bodies feature to make one copy of the plant part here. Using the Combine feature with the operation type on Subtract, I'm selecting the globe as the main body and the copied plant part body from the solid bodies list. When I apply it, I will have the indents left in the globe for the Earth to spin on its axis. I then saved the part as a new part and named it Earth Globe, so that I don't save over my plant part file. Selecting the globe face and the Edit Decal icon, I can open my world map JPEG file. Under the mask image settings, I changed the mask type to selective colour mask. Here I can select the eyedropper tool and remove the pale blue parts of the image. This step isn't necessary, but by removing the blue background colour of the image, it made it simpler for me to map the image without worrying about the overlap. Next, going to the mapping settings, SOLIDWORKS will automatically select spherical for the mapping type. The placement of this doesn't have to be perfect, but these are the settings I used for my image. Then unchecking fixed aspect ratio, I could resize the decal image to fit across the globe. Once I have the decal at the right size, I can adjust the angle of the image across the axis direction 1. The top two settings control the positioning of the decal based on the latitude and longitude. If the decal hasn't moved into position, I can play around with these options until it moves up like this. Double checking the decal around the globe, I can apply it. The next step is to select the globe's faces, and under the Sketch tab, under the Spline drop down, use the Spline on Surface tool. I can then use this to slowly trace around the map. Now my decal is by no means accurate to a real map or very detailed, but as an example it's easy enough to trace. For the final design I added more details to the globe based on other maps I was using as references. I trace more slowly around more detailed edges, and if I need to, I can use Escape on my keyboard and get the tool again to create sharper edges, like this part here. If you try to do too much of the sketch in one go, you may get confused by sketches on the opposite side of the globe, and the software may also slow down due to all of the sketch points. Once I've traced an area like this, I'm closing the sketch. I used 3 sketches in total to create the final globe. You have to create all of the sketches before using the split line feature. Otherwise the decal will disappear when you use the split line feature. For the purpose of this tutorial, I won't make you sit through the whole globe sketch, I'll just demonstrate this area. Selecting curves here, you can use the split line feature with split type on intersection. Under selections, I have to select the sketch, then the globe face, keeping the surface split options as natural, and applied it. Once applied, you can see that the face becomes split on the surface, not all the way through. For the final globe, I applied a green glass appearance to the split faces. Then a blue glass appearance to the rest of the globe. I then saved the part. I can open up the complete part file I created. This has all 3 split sketches and creates the full Earth's surface. I used Save Bodies to export out the plant pot body and the globe into an assembly. Here is the final assembly. I completed the assembly with a small plant pot label saying Earth. The globe was mated into place to be able to spin on its axis. It was then animated to turn. I used this final assembly within SOLIDWORKS Visualize to render this animation. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you for watching.